settings in the game. Figured out, I don't know, it's crazy. I need to spend a lot of time with this machine. I bought this incredibly strange racing simulator directly from an arcade game manufacturer in China. It is supposed to spin entirely in 360s while moving up and down to simulate the movement of a vehicle. I found it on Alibaba, which is like playing Temu with the cheat codes turned on. But here you are working directly with the manufacturers, so you need to ask a lot of questions, see a lot of pictures, do a lot of negotiating. It takes a while, but eventually I built up some trust with the company and decided it was worth sending my money to the other side of the world so that I could test the most wild racing simulator I have ever seen. I am importing so many giant strange things for this YouTube channel right now. I actually had to buy a forklift. So subscribe. It's totally free and you are not going to want to miss what is coming up. This is the cheapest forklift that I could find on Facebook Marketplace locally. It's some Toyota from the 60s. That's all I know about it. And this is my second time ever driving a forklift. And hey, I got the box in the garage safe. So what more could you ask for? The sim racing rig itself was $7,000, which isn't too bad for something that comes with the computer, the triple screens, the seat, everything. But it was another $3,500 for the tariff and shipping. And yes, the end user is the one paying for the tariff. So needless to say, I am really hoping that this one is good and it didn't get damaged in shipping. I'm actually pretty nervous about this one. This was a lot of money if it sucks. Okay, what's in here? Holy smokes, man. It's already set up. What the heck? Is this the first thing I buy from China that's legitimately so cool? Look at it. It's bigger than some cars. Holy smokes. We're gonna have quite the dump run after this one. This is gonna be so sick. It is so big. Man, this is fun. I feel like the coolest thing you could do in the world is like be an explorer like Jacques Cousteau, you know, go places no one's ever gone before, invent scuba equipment to go even deeper, but a lot of this world has been explored. And I feel like I'm exploring the janky, weird side of consumerism that no one's gone before. So I am literally the Wish.com Jacques Cousteau. Oh no. Look at this floor. I think I'm going to make a table out of that for the podcast loft. It looks like these little rubber feet may have moved around quite a bit in shipping, but everything's covered up pretty good. We maybe lost a little bit of paint on the edges, but it's not bad. What does this say? Okay, it says phase 1. I feel like there's going to be a lot of translation required on this setup right here. Wow. It's a little briefcase in here. What? See, look, it has little briefcase wheels, but I really, really hope that the big piece has wheels. Otherwise, once it's off the wood, I have no idea how I'm gonna move it. We for sure have some standoffs so I could get the forks under there. Wait. Yes! So if I lower these, it'll be able to roll. Huge, huge win. First off, what is this? And is it okay? Poking through the bubble wrap. Oh, what? This is a voltage converter. It must have been cheaper to include this than convert this to work on 120. Oh, The HDMI cables, the power cables are already routed. No way. There's all this technology, all this expense, and they put the cheapest half-decent steering wheel money can buy. The Logitech G whatever, this is like 300 bucks on Amazon. On a $7,000 sim racing rig. Gotta love it. Oh, is that an LED light? Initial quality impressions, better than I thought, for sure. And I can't believe it arrived this put together. Like, the steering wheel is mounted actually? Are you kidding me? So where's the computer? We did get screens. There's one here, one there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's metal. I thought for sure it would be plastic. And here's our hydraulic cylinders. Or maybe they're pneumatic, I don't know yet. Gamer specific display, in English nonetheless. It doesn't say frame rate or resolution. It looks like a TIE bomber cockpit. It even has this like Empire looking logo. Wow, this whole thing is going to move up and down on these cylinders while spinning around on this. I don't know if it's going to be a realistic simulation, but I know for sure it's going to be a lot of fun at an arcade level. Oh look, this says 110 to 120 right on it. I have no idea what this stuff is. We've already got our screens. The computer's probably inside of this somewhere. Are these doors for the car? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. An English manual, let's go. You can set up payment and how long it'll work off of a coin. Okay, let's check out this seat. I can already tell it's a lot higher quality than the racing seat that came with my Spider car. Oh no. Which was basically the same exact price as this. Okay, my first time stepping in this thing. I got a seatbelt. This is nicer than the seatbelt from my roller coaster, actually. I'm a little big for it. I'm a lot of big for it, actually. Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. I just can't imagine this whole thing spinning around. And how loud is it going to be? So I'm 6'1", my knees aren't hitting the steering wheel. I'm a bit big, but it's not too bad. Can you imagine 3 screens just... To me, the thing looks pretty dang complete. So I really don't know what these are. Maybe a little table to put the keyboard and mouse on? I like this kind of like Tron design. So those instructions were just about setting up the software and payment systems and things for the arcade management. It's just zip tied with a little piece of foam. The foam is probably so these sharp little bits of aluminum don't cut the LED strip. That backlights that. And there's these little holes here. So I think that just makes it look cooler. So as someone's riding the ride, you're not seeing the back of a bunch of monitors and... Yep, for sure. That plug is the same as this. The next phase of the process, and hopefully the hardest phase, is getting this off of that wood. I would just scoop it up with the forklift, but there's all these wires underneath it. What if I use all of my new plywood to gradually lower it to the ground? Like a very gradual ramp. Heavy things, you want to move slow. Pretty sure that's a rule somewhere. And by golly, they probably wrote that rule for a reason. Now we just spin these up, get them out of the way. Look at that fat gear right in between the two, so the whole thing spins. This should be the last support keeping it from its own wheels. It's just a nut that's been punched so it's won't go up and down the threads. You can hear its weight crushing this plywood. Oh, this might be a bad idea, but we're too far now. If someone was in the seat right now, it'd be the first ride. Okay. Ooh. Is my dumb idea actually working for once? Woo! Really easy to move on a flat cement floor. Nice long cord. It says 220 right on it, so we'll plug that in after the converter. And this is a locking kill switch. We're gonna keep that handy when we first turn this thing on. Packaged really well, that's good. We of course are not going to need this little stand they came with. Razor thin. Hanging the screens was a little nerve-wracking because I had one hand on the screen and one hand on the screwdriver, but this and the covers were the only assembly required on the whole thing. Okay, this is starting to get real. And I think this little crack in the middle would be annoying, but those things are probably going to block the light coming through. And I can do a little bit more adjustment later, but I just want to get this thing working. You can see here my screens are basically as far in and out as they can go in this little gap. We have self-tappers like this and just regular threaded Phillips. Everything here is way too new looking to be used, but you can tell by the little scuffs this has been screwed in before. My guess is that they set it up at the factory, make sure everything lines up, take it apart, ship it. Or I bought the only one. I think I might have done that with the Spider car. We are getting so close to just full sending this guy. Okay, we've got all of our panels on. Looks good. This must be where the computer is, because that's our little USB adapter for the keyboard and what have you. That looks like our power button. And yeah, now it's time for the part that I'm the most nervous about by far. The factory sent me this image. You can see it's plugged into a wall, and then this whole unit is just plugged into that. And that's all they said. That's the only information I have. I've since asked what these are, these little converters, because why would they have sent them to me if I didn't need them? But this is expensive. I don't want to just fry it. I'm no electrician, but hopefully the worst thing that can happen is we just flip the breaker, right? Oh, look at this. Maybe those are just backups for whatever is in here. I really hope I never need to deal with that. This plugged in to the wall. Okay, that's all in Mandarin as well. Now that's just cruel. This power switch is that, and the plug-in is that. I think I kept the end of this from the Spider car. Let's go! I definitely did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah! I even cut it off with extra room just in case I ever needed one. I'll bring my soldering iron home and do a better job of that in the future, but the wires are the same colors. Very convinced that's fine. Okay, doke. I am manning the kill switch here. That's off. That's on. We'll flip this circuit breaker to on. What? No way, this is so sick! Is it gonna work first try? Oh! We got one screen. Windows. Of course. Whoa. Is it just all ready to go? No way! Look at this! God Agent, God Player, God Tool. Oh, there's speakers. No way. 3-screen racing instructions. Oh. Huh. What? Do I seriously just get to play this thing right now as is? Look at this. I should put those little feet down because when this thing starts spinning, it's just gonna roll across the floor. I need to go buy batteries, but I want to play so bad. Dang it. The keyboard is a triple and the mouse is a double. With the mouse, I could change the system settings to English, I bet. Okay, let's see. My mouse works. We've got Project Cars, Need for Speed Most Wanted, 25 cents. What if I just hit OK? Let's see if I can't change the language settings to... What just happened? Oh, there's speakers built into it. Hopefully I can set up headphones. A lot of the game settings were actually disabled, so it took some time, but eventually I loaded up a race. Why is it third person? Okay, the braking feels good. Oh man, it turns so far. For this thing to default to a third-person view of a car is just criminal. But eventually I found the right settings to make it first person and started to get used to the movement of the machine. Oh man, I haven't raced on a steering wheel in third person since I was a kid. It's so cool. Whoa, this thing moves so much. Sometimes this thing seems like it has a mind of its own. Like here it is just moving well after the game has been closed for a couple minutes, and who knows why. Okay, that was crazy. It was super fun. Braking actually felt good. Like the whole car dives when you brake and then leans up when you accelerate, which is super fun. But third person is not gonna work for me, especially with being able to see past the screen. I'm going to turn that light off and see if it makes it a little less motion sicky. I didn't feel motion sick, but I could see if I did a whole race like that, I definitely would. This came out of the factory set up to work in an arcade. So you have to put in how many credits you want to pay, and that is how much time it gives you. The only option is 15 minutes though, so I'm going to need to fix this in the future. I pretty quickly found out that I had to turn off all the shaky cam settings in the game, because having the actual rig move and the screen move versus the digital dashboard was driving me crazy. I don't see why it isn't defaulted to this setting. Also, turning all the lights in the room off was absolutely the move. I didn't have any motion sickness after I changed those two things. So now that I had my settings more or less figured out, it's time for my favorite part of making videos like this, and that is sharing it with my friends. Let's see what some inexperienced sim racers think of the weirdest sim racing rig I have ever seen.
Look at this thing! This is crazy.
Yeah. Does it move?
Yeah, it moves.
No way.
Yeah. What the heck is even that?
All the way backwards.
You're crushing.
Hey, you don't realize how much it turns when you're sitting in it.
Everyone who sees this thing is going to think it's AI.
This is like an arcade.
Yeah.
We should get a DVR.
I've been trying. They're hard to find.
Really?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's the shoes.
So overall, it is a total hit. Right now, it definitely feels more like a fun arcade game than a legitimate racing simulator, but I'm sure once I have the time to tweak these settings, I can get it closer and closer to an authentic feeling simulation machine. I will be doing a deep dive showing this whole rig in a future video and live streams, so make sure that you subscribe. But for now, let's just take a moment to appreciate how sick this thing looks, moving all around the garage. We even found a game that lets you turn in complete 360s, which I really wasn't expecting. Like, how are the cables figured out? I don't know. It's crazy. I need to spend a lot of time with this machine, a lot of tweaking, and really dial it in soon.
We're gonna see what happens. Wow. Whoa! This is crazy!
Do you like this view better than with the dashboard?
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Way
better.
There's less distractions.
Yeah.
It's like more screen too, you're not.
It's so sensitive. Uh-oh. I think we have